So in the same way, when he has given us those teachings, it is, you can see it for yourself, the transformation that happens in you when you are following his words. And you yourself know that you are in the right direction, and it's empowering you in every way. When he tells you something, or when you're reading his books, because every time you're not getting it directly from his mouth. But yes, there are other ways and other sources of how we come to know about many things that Swami tells us. And if we have followed his words, it has given us a lot of benefits, and it has given us a lot of, I would say, energy to do the work properly. And if we have not, then we again lose the track, but yet when we follow him, we come back to the right track also. This is how I would look at it. We all have different ways of going about it. Some would like to falter. It's a trial and error method. Okay, Swami said it, let me, do it the other way. And then again, you come back to the right path.
No, thank you so much. Yeah, no, thank you. And then one last question, and then I'll turn it over to my sisters. And that is that, with all your life that has been dedicated to so much seva, can you talk a little bit more about how all of the work that you have done in society and with your students, how has that informed your inner journey to Swami and vice versa? So you had talked a little bit about your personal sadhana, and how do you see the relationship between the outer work that you do and your inner sadhana, and vice versa? So how important is the inner sadhana to the work that you do outside?
Okay, you mean to say that how my inner sadhana has helped me really to progress in my work in the society?
Yes.
I think I had made it quite clear when I was talking, because I remember once Swami told me in an interview, you make a lot of effort while you are meditating, but it goes, it goes like this, like this, like this. You try to meditate, but you can't, you are not able to do it. And then he said something. He said, it's because the environment of your college is not too good. But Swami will help you. So that's where I realized that I have to continue doing it. And grace only follows if effort is made. And if I continue, this is what he meant to say, that you are doing it, you're making an effort, but you're not able to do it, but I will help you, means I have to continue doing it. So if when I continued with my sadhana, I could see that even if the environment of the college, as I told you, is a very affluent place, one of the most prestigious college in a very different way, how children are even into drugs and even, they are not into that spiritual path, and those things are affecting your mind without you knowing it. That's what I'm saying, that how Swami trains you. We are not aware of what's happening with the surroundings also affect your mind. So when I started even continuing with my sadhana, there were a lot of manifestations in the puja room that also helped me a lot and gave me strength to, I felt that joy. And whenever I wanted a certain thing, or I wanted questions to my answers, that sadhana was helping me doing it, and Swami was stopping me very often from doing, not to do those things which I was not supposed to be doing, and my inner voice, I started gaining, my inner voice started speaking to me. That is why these mediators, and when people say they run after messages, I have never run after messages, because I feel the message comes from within me. And when I concentrate on that, every second, like I'm talking to Swami. Even if I am have to go out of my room, I'll say, Swami, okay, I'm now leaving. And if I have to wear something, I open my cupboard, Swami, what should I wear today? And, it is without even knowing, I'm conversing with him. And so when I'm talking to him, I know that I'm not going to do anything wrong. I should not be doing it. That is where when I am in a college, and I remain in my room alone. And so it's a mental talk every time with Bhagwan.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Let me let one of our other sisters ask a question.
Yeah.
Geeta, go ahead.
Sairam, Sister Neeta, it was a lovely talk. Thank you for sharing such lovely experiences. I have been...
Geeta, nothing like what we have heard from you.
No, but I was just
thinking.
No, I was just thinking I've attended all of those 3 summer courses with you, and Neeta and I used to sit together with many of those lectures together in 77 and so on and so forth. So it brought back a lot of memories. No, I actually had a question for Sister Neeta. She made one point during her talk where she said that Swami said, you know, you don't need to get involved with a whole lot of other organizations. Just do the work through the Sai organization, because the discipline is different, the approach is different, and as she very clearly also said that, you know, we keep the men and the women separate, and we pursue our own personal sadhana. And she also made the point that it's a spiritual organization, and it is to grow spiritually that we do seva, unlike other organizations where name and fame may be a part of it, you know. So I just wanted her to elaborate a little bit more. Do you find that working with other organizations would make your life a little bit more easy? Because I know the amount of seva you are all doing in India. But would it make it easy, or you just feel however hard it is, let us just pursue it this way because of the discipline that Swami has given?
No, I didn't get you. You mean to say that we should, with our organization, be involved in other organizations?
No, I'm saying that I know that Swami has said that don't get too involved in other organizations, because our discipline is different.
Very different.
Do you find that easy to do, because you're doing so much work?
No, then Geeta, that is where I'm saying the younger generation of today, they don't find it easy. We people, yes, even in our yesteryears, it's because I had made up my mind, you know, and those were the years when people, because in his physical form, when Swami was there, we could go to Swami, you know, and everybody, we really, they would go to the organization, be a part of that organization, even with the difficulties that they face because of the love of Swami, you know. Now that Swami is not there, people don't find it very easy to get into this discipline, you know. But then again, as I tell you, that if we are exemplaries, and if we are really role models for these younger people, they would come to us, because as I gave an example of Ratnakar, we had 3,000 youth with us this time for the conference. 80% had not seen Swami in his physical form. To have come over there and attended the conference, and the NLP is the National Leadership Program that we have, and the amount of leaders and the youth that are coming up. Why is it happening? It is all because for the love of Swami, yes, and plus because we as office bearers, we are able to tap them in the organization, keep them, let them know our values, and also to the extent that if they don't follow, it is quality that we need and it's not quantity. If they follow, then good. If they don't follow, you can leave. So simple.
Thank you. I was looking for that answer from Sister Neeta, because I know that she would give that answer. Thank you, Sairam.
Okay, Sairam. You know how easily Swami would tell the children to pack their bags and baggage and go from the hostel if they didn't follow the discipline? It's a very hard task, Master.
Anyone else? Sumana,
but now I can we have to have people with us by giving a lot of love to these children. You know, that's very, very important. We cannot be very hard on them also. We have to maintain a balance. And yet with a lot of love, we have to cajole them and bring them to the organization slowly and steadily, make them realize and make them know the benefits of why we are following this kind of a discipline. You know, this has to be done in a very beautiful and warm way, no, not being very strict and hard. No, you cannot do this, and you can, you know, not that way. Otherwise, we won't have anybody with us.
Thank you. Sumana?
Sai Ram, ma'am, first of all, thank you so much for being with us today. We have all seen you in Puttaparthi, I think most recently with the women's conference that just happened. And to be able to sit face to face with, you know, someone with your experience is truly, truly Swami's blessing. And thank you so much again for your talk today. That small part where you narrated, you know, the children that you had taken from Shimla to Puttaparthi, I just wanted to see, were they your students in your school that you taught, or were they Balvika's children? And what do you think, you know, helped to transform them into becoming Seva Dal for Swami? Can you please elaborate on that a little bit for our young audience? Thank you.
In a very simple sentence, I would say, because they were my college students to whom I had taken them for a winter course to Delhi. You know, Delhi, we had 3 years of winter course. In the winter, I was with the winter course in Delhi, and during the summer course, I was with Swami. You know, that's how I spent my time. And I used to take the youth, the college girls of devotees they were. Children of, and some of them were non-devotees also, wanted to come for the winter vacation and were inclined towards spirituality. So they would go for the winter course, and that group I took with me to Swami, you know. So they had some knowledge from the winter course, and I had once taken them also during the winter course to the old age home, you know. And that's where they cried and cried when they heard from the parents how their children had left them in the old age homes. So that gave them a lot of feeling that they must also do something for society. And when they came to Swami, they got an interview and they got directly knowledge from Bhagwan about how to lead their lives that really helped them to join the organization. So it was with Swami and attending all these courses. And of course, in the college, many times, even when I'm in the college, even now to my students, I'm still teaching here. Even now, when I'm teaching them my subjects, at least for a minute unawares, I tell them stories, and I make it a point that I leave some value with them in my subjects.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing.
Sister Devi, go ahead.
Sai Ram, I just want to say that I am really inspired by your talk. It was so, you know, motivating to me. And I just want to mention that your life showed, you know, that spirituality, there was an urgency in your life for spirituality, and you made Swami, you know, the focus of your life. You also mentioned in your talk that Swami said, hunger for spirituality, don't waste time. You must deserve and then desire. I would just like to know how do you understand that statement? Thank you.
I give you an example. You have to deserve and then desire. 2 of our youth got an interview from Swami, and Bhagwan gave a robe to one of the boys. He's now our state spiritual coordinator. He gave his own robe to that boy. The other boy who was there, he said, Swami, I also want a robe. Swami looked at him and said, you have a lot of robe in you. In Hindi, robe means pride. You have a lot of robe in you. First deserve, then desire. Meaning to say that you first do those things which I want you to do. Make your life beneficial for society. Increase your sadhana. Follow my footsteps. Then I give you what I feel is good for you. This is exactly what it means. First deserve, then I give you those things. Then you desire.
Thank you, Sairam.
No, I
It's
think
not very
that's,
clear.
Yes.
Is still not very clear to you?
No, it's fine, Sairam. It was beautiful.
Okay, it's okay. Okay, okay.
I think that was particularly beautiful because I think in so much of your talk, Sister Nita, you know, the idea that, you know, ultimately it is the journey that we are on with Swami that is the most important, and that when
Yes,
that
you know,
becomes,
Ramya, now take for example, what happened when Swami used to give Path Namaskar. That also once he did tell us, you know, we all people has become very jealous. You know, that Swami is giving Path Namaskar to someone and he's not giving it to the other. And he once told somebody in an interview, and you know how we hear, when Swami said, you should not be jealous, you should be envious. There's a difference. That if that person is getting, Swami, help me to deserve that Path Namaskar also. Help me to strive for that Path Namaskar. Instead of, you know, being jealous of that lady that she's got it, I have not got it. That means you're spoiling your inner soul, you know, which is so pure, you know, allowing bad thoughts to come. Instead, be envious. That is a better thing. And, oh Lord, I pray that I too should deserve that. Help me to deserve. Because again, that's ego, you know, when you say that I'm going to deserve it, I'm doing this, he will give you the opportunity to deserve that too.
That's a beautiful distinction. Thank you. Thank you for that. Any other questions? Anyone else? Geeta, go ahead.
Sairam, sister, thank you so much for an
Look at our young girls with us. All the young girls with us.
I know, isn't it wonderful?
I should start asking questions to all of you.
So your talk was so amazing, just full of so many nuggets of teachings. Very, very inspiring. Thank you so much for taking time to share all of this with us. Like our other sisters, I've written so many notes, and I probably have so many questions. But I just wanted to ask a really simple question for you. Here in the States, many of our youth haven't seen Swami's physical form. And
I just say that again, please.
Yes,
We're not very clear.
Yes, many of our youth in the United States haven't seen Swami's physical form.
Yeah.
And so, you know, the question is probably repetitive. You've probably said this in your, you know, your talk, but I wanted to ask you, what would be your message for the youth who have not seen Swami in physical form? Swami said it's so important. This generation at the moment are going to be the leaders going forth. But could you leave a message or give a message for our youth on how to take Swami's, how to be leaders, how to be leaders for the generation that he has expected?
I would really say you need not be leaders, be good followers also, you know. So that is very, very important. And even if you are wanting to be leaders, then who is a leader? A leader is one who can help others to follow him and be exemplary in everything that you want others to do for you, you should be doing it yourself first.
Beautiful.
In other words, very simply, you should practice what you preach in your lives. We say so many things, but people are watching us, and youth especially watch us. And as leaders, we used to remember that is why it's important that youth should study Swami's literature as much as possible. That will help us to know what he wants and expects from us. And then alone, when we follow him, can we ask others to follow us? Let us experience him in whatever we are doing, lead an exemplary life, follow his teachings, be role models and not rolling models.
Thank you. That's perfect.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, Sister Smriti, go ahead.
Sai Ram, I have a
question. So many
this is the last question and very simple. And thank you very much, Sister Neeta. It's a beautiful talk. I enjoyed. I'm in Canada. You answer all of my question in my mind, whatever I wanted to ask, but very simple. After this merging global and SSI, a lot of youths, they all confused. What do you wanted to pass the message? How you can express and pass the message, especially the young adults?
Leave all your confusion behind and fuse yourself into Swami. Let there be a beautiful fusion between Swami and themselves. Listen to the inner voice. And as I told you, there are no mediators.
Mm-hmm.
Bhagwan alone and alone is in Prashanti Nilayam.
Yeah.
Where is the living Samadhi? I can only say that because I myself have seen Swami there and there alone.
Mm-hmm.
From the time that I opened my eyes to see him, from the time that he left his mortal body, to the time that he gave every step that he taught us how to dance. Some were painful, some were good. It was in Prashanti Nilayam. So, Bhagwan once also told us that there is in the organization the state president. He is elected by me. So what he says, the word is final. If you want to follow, you go ahead. If you don't want to follow, you leave. So the only thing I can say is that when the head office gives a message, I have no other words but to say blindly follow what the head office says. That is the Global Council.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, thanks, Sumati. Thank you so much, Sister Neeta. We're just keeping an eye on the time. I know it's already 9:30 for you, and it's late in the evening. You're also still recovering. Thank you so much. This was a very impromptu thing, this question and answer session, but even with the answers that you have provided, there's so many other beautiful nuggets that have come out. So we really hope that we can utilize this as well, for the conference. Any last things that anyone would like to ask or say before we let's see Sister Nita go. Or is there anything, Sister Nita, you would like to add before we bring it to a close?
Ramya, thank you so much for giving me this the opportunity. And I hope I've been able to do justice, but my words are only those which have flowed out from Swami's own mouth. I don't think I have been able to say anything which has come out on my own. Those were from my heart, all my experiences and all what I wanted to convey and what Swami wanted me to convey to you. I have done my best and I leave the rest to him for him to answer all your questions now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I think through you, Swami really spoke.
And if I've said something which has not really been in tune with you, I'm sorry for that.
No, please. I mean, don't even begin to say that, Sister Nita. I think, as you said, we clearly heard Swami speaking through you, and we are most grateful for everything that you have shared with us, that you have guided us with. And we hope that this will be just the first of many conversations that we'll get to have with you.
1 minute. Nita, Sairam, I just wanted to tell you something which has nothing to do with this particular program. But you can see Sumana there in your screen. I think Sumana sitting there right below Ramya in my screen. You will remember very fond memories of Professor G.P. Rajaratnam speaking in the summer course on world religions. She is his granddaughter. I just wanted to mention that because you and I have enjoyed Professor G.P. Rajaratnam's talks.
Yes,
I just wanted to
Thank you so
Wave
much.
your hands, Sumana, so she knows who it is.
No, thank you so much for mentioning that. I was visiting my mom's house and I actually brought back with me 2 badges. I wasn't born during those, those summer courses.
Yeah.
But then I just brought it with me and I found it the other evening, so this is all, I think, a part of Swami's plan just to remind us of those times. And, it certainly has been wonderful today. Thank you so much.
For the other people on the call, her grandfather was a renowned person in world religions. And he used to give talks in the summer courses on all the religions of the world. So I know that Nita and Professor G.P. Rajaratnam, he was also a very great poet. So I just thought I should tell Nita because she has seen him. Saira, sorry to have taken
Thank you so much.
That's great, because I think there's always so many connections, and Swami connects us all in so many different ways. So it's really nice to enjoy those connections. So we will let you go without any further ado. Sister Nita, thank you once again for everything. It has just truly been a joy, a complete joy to be with you for these last couple of hours. And as I say, we hope that we will have a chance again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sairam.
Thank you, Sairam.
We can conclude with Om Shanti 3 times and then
yes, we can.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Bolo Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba Ji ki Jai.